Hello my beautiful darlings and welcome back to Satisfactory. This is sort of a, shall we call it a bonus? Yes, I think we shall. Really because there is something I need to show you all that I can't wait to show you. And I don't want to spoil too much, but it's got something to do with that structure that we're looking at right now. So kind of see it as my way to say thank you to every single one of you. And also your comments that you have been kind enough to bestow on me and my channel. I can't even say enough good things about it. They really means the world to me. You guys are fucking awesome. So let's go inside. And also welcome to my other sandbox. But before we head on into the inside, I am just gonna be like wee for a bit because I actually finally managed to do a circle myself without any help. And that's how we ended up with this. Welcome to Fix's Employees Relaxation Space. So this is where you come to hang out, kick back, sit down, and not worrying about any of the things that goes on the outside. There might be some work-related items here and there, but yeah, Mr. Bean is not that good at putting stuff back. So plenty of spaces here to enjoy, get lost in, and also a bit confused by. Oh, there you are, you little sneak. One thing to note is, even though, yes, these are furniture, but we can't sit down on them, unfortunately. They are just there for aesthetics. So yeah. This is my botanical dome. And it's not as grand as Dice, aka Anawem, who is awesome, and she did such a beautiful job. So in her honor, I made this. And in everybody else's that have been kind enough to actually be supportive, be there for me. I'm just stopping myself so I'm not choking up and start freaking crying on camera. Yeah. One botanical garden with all of my favorite plants from Satisfactory all under one roof. And for those of you who are used to playing Satisfactory, I know some of the foliage doesn't live in the same biome, but I don't care. I like each and every single plant that I put in here, so they all went in here. Again, I really wish we could sit on those. One day, maybe. One day. And I had to play around with the lights as well. So that is what I ended up with. And this was more for my own amusement that this is here. Because listen to that. Compared to up here. And yes, I know. Child at heart. I'm a child. In that regard. And up there we got another circle. It turned out okay-ish. Not as great as that. But I didn't want a huge circle. Plus it had to get incorporated with a flat surface area as well. Go truck, go truck. Please don't hit your head on the other truck this time. Please. Please. I'm just gonna take you up there. I don't have any pathways yet for when you're on ground level. Alright. And you're doing your thing. Awesome. Okay. Good, good. Good. Carry on. Not a perfect roundabout yet, but I needed something to practice on because making circles are a bit difficult, and this is mainly for the trucks to come out from there, swing around, then go up and over to where they need to go. So in that regard, I'm not gonna be too mean with myself and say, oh, you could done better, because I did make one perfect circle. It's over there, right there. Oh, the sun is going down. I is going on here? But yeah, this is a work in progress dealio, like my other place that you guys have seen so far. And this is my other little experimental sandbox. I do want to give you a tour, but I want to finish off adding lights. Plus my starting area is not complete yet. But I guess we can take a peek, just a peek, at the ground level. Thank you. Because I wanted a bit more efficient sorting system compared to what I actually have done so far, which works, don't get me wrong, it works perfectly, mind you. But I wanted to see if I could do better. And also ensure that I can turn on and off the items that might have to go to overflow. Or, in case it needs to be diverted, actually have options to do that. From here, so to speak. So please do keep that in mind, and also far from done, because if you take a look-see up there, those are outlets for these babies, for elevators to transport goods up, mind you. So that is an entire unused row right here. And over here, I still have 2 unused containers right there. And this is my convoluted sorting system, but since it's just for me to make sure everything goes where they need to go and it's still organized, and I actually have thought it through compared to the other one, and also room for expansion. And yes, the belt work looks a tiny bit confusing here, but when we go around, right, if I don't get stuck on a steppy step, would be lovely. And then head over here and up, and then we take a look. Then this insanity starts to make a bit more sense, right? So far we have 2 lines taking overflow items on the big speedy belt, and then taking the items and sending them off to the 6. But since I had to bring items from my factories with emphasis on ease, I did try to keep everything as neat, as organized as possible. Despite that, it somehow still ended up looking like this. Despite me keeping it as neat, as tidy as possible. But besides that, it was a very good learning experience, so I'm pretty sure if I were to do this organized chaos again, it would be neater. So let me take you guys up to the finished section of my storage area. That is not the finished section. The finished section is actually through here, except for some recoloring, but besides that, this is all complete. All it needs now is, of course, lighting. But yeah, that's the finished section. This monstrosity there, that is not quite complete yet. Mainly because I was playing around with designs for this area here, and also thinking about how I were to incorporate that is for the escalators that is to come to bring in items. But yeah, so I still have plenty of room here, just in case there's. And there's the truck station, and as you guys can see underneath there, that is a mini sorting area to bring items from way over there to here, and that gets resorted and then brought all the way into there. So again, I've been experimenting with textures, shapes, glass, and so on. And honestly, I think it turned out nicely. See? Don't tell me this doesn't look epic. Bit of design fun. And if you guys see that door there, that is an extra door into my miniature sorting system. Well, it's miniature compared to that in there, so. So yeah, it still looks a bit chaotic some places because it's not polished yet. But it's getting there. It's getting there. And as I see it, it's very important to show the in-between phases as well, because great buildings takes time. And see, I even made sure it was supported. And once again, had a bit of fun with the coloration. All of that is going to get recolored as well. So I got a purple section, and I think I'm going to make a blue section. And then potentially also a green section if need be. With similar roofing shapes, but also not quite. So they are not a carbon copy of one another. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I'm not sure. So yeah, that is what has kept my attention, so to speak. Next headache is trying to figure out, where do I put my train station? How high up do I put my train station? The only thing that I do know for sure is... Hello, trucks. One at a time, please. Please. Is that I need it high up. That's the only thing that I am sure of, is that it needs to be high. Up high. Okay, changing the wait times at the stations has helped, I think. Well, these little trucks gives me a headache. But on the other side was either using the trucks or having conveyor belts go all over the freaking place. And I didn't want that because I like this area here. Plus, I got the best view. So, that is all I wanted to share with you guys for this one. Hopefully you did find it somewhat enjoyable. And also, I am gonna state a question once again, because this is gonna be the third time I'm gonna ask. Would you guys like to see from the beginning until we get to this glorious designing, conveying mess? And of course beyond, because I still got some escalator for this, well, the space elevator. I still have some stuff to do for that. But yeah, again, having fun with shapes, making some nice little peekaboo moments here and there. But yeah, let me know, and we can most definitely do that, but that's gonna be after update 6 anyways, so you have a bit of time to actually ponder and see if that's something you guys would enjoy. But yeah, thank you all again so much for being here. Truly appreciate it. And bye. Mine. Had a gut.